In this video, I am going to introduce you to another amazing alternative to Bolt.new called Lovable AI. It is another AI software engineer that can turn your ideas into products 20 times faster than writing code. Using this software engineer, you just need to describe your ideas such as building a website or a chatbot, and within a few clicks, it is going to create stunning looking websites for you along with the backend functionality. So let's go ahead and see how you can use it to create amazing applications without writing a single line of code. Alright, so let's get started. In order to start using Lovable to create your applications, you have to go to the URL lovable.dev, and after signing in, either using your Google account or your GitHub repo, you will land on a page that looks like this. The interface is really simple and easy to use and is very much similar to the interface of Bolt.new. You simply have a prompt box right here where you can write any prompt for any application that you want to create and then pass it to Lovable, which will generate the application for you. So firstly, I'm going to show you how you can create a full-fledged working application using Lovable by providing it a simple prompt. So here I'm going to say create a web application for a fitness tracking service. The app should include a dashboard to track daily workouts, a feature to log meals, and an analytics page for progress over time. And then you simply have to run it. Once you do that, you will see it will open a new window where it will start providing us the code to incorporate all the features that we have asked it to add. And then here on the left hand side, it is providing us information about what it has implemented and how it is implementing everything. So here you can see it is generating all the different pages. We have a page for the meals, for the analytics, we have a page for the app, an index page. And on the basis of all of these pages, now it is spinning up the preview for the application. And once the application coding is done, it is going to provide us a preview of the application starting from the index page. So you can see that on the dashboard, we have 3 cards showing the workout details, the recent meals, the daily progress, and then we have the buttons to log the workout and log the meals. So if you want to add the meal, click on the log meal button. You can see that right now none of this is working. So now I'm going to provide it a new prompt to add the changes. So I'm going to say add functionality for logging meals and workouts. And once you do that, it is going to start generating new code on the basis of the changes that you've asked it to make. You can see it is generating new log workout form and the log meal form, which is going to add the functionality for logging the meal and the workout just like we asked it to do. And on the basis of it, it has made changes to the index page. And here is the application. So you can also preview the application in a new tab by simply clicking on this button. And your application will be available to be previewed inside a new tab. So now I'm going to click on log meal button, and now it is going to open a new form where I can log the meal. So for the meal name, I'm going to say breakfast. Then I have to define the number of calories which I have taken. So let's say 500 calories, and you want to add any additional details. So I had an egg, a flatbread, and tea. So I'm going to log all of these right here and click on save meal. So here you get the message, then meal logged successfully. The breakfast was 500 calories. So once you do that, now you can see that your added meal is being displayed right here on the dashboard. You can see we have the breakfast with 500 calories, and it has also provided us the proteins, the carbohydrates, and the fat for the meal. And if you go to the analytics now, you can also see the weekly calorie intake for all the different days of the week. But the problem is that if I refresh the page from here, it is going to remove all the data which was previously added inside the application. You can see that now it is saying that no meals have been logged yet, there is no workout, and the daily progress is also 0. So this means that it is not saving everything which we are adding as the data. So this brings us to the next task which we can perform using Lovable, which is to connect this no-code application with a database. Yes, you heard me right. You can easily connect your application which you generated with a simple prompt with a database at the backend, that too without writing a single line of code. So the best tool for doing so is Supabase. It is an open source Firebase alternative that provides you different types of use cases like authentication, database connection, real-time subscription, etc. So all you need to do is to sign in here by clicking on start your project. Once you do that, it will ask you to create a new organization. Firstly, you have to provide a name. I'm going to call it Skill Cup. The type of organization is going to be personal, and you can choose your pricing plan. I'm going to go with the free one. Then click on create organization button. Once you have your organization created, now the next step is to create a project. So you have to provide a project name. I'm going to call it fitness app. Then you have to provide a password for your database and select a region. Then simply click on create new project. Once you do that, you will land on the page that looks like this. Here is your project name and it is actually setting up the project. Now you need to head back to your Lovable application. And from here, you can see on the top, we have a button for the Supabase. Simply click on it and it will ask you to connect to Supabase. Simply click on it. Then click on this connect Supabase button right here. It will ask you to select an organization to grant the API access to. I'm going to go with the one that I just created and click on the button. Here you will see that it start connecting to the Supabase. And once the connection is established, now it will show you your organization right here, and then all the projects which are present inside the organization will be available to you. So I'm going to connect this application with the fitness app project which I've created in the Supabase. Simply click on connect and it will here provide you that it is now connecting to your Supabase project to gather the database structure, tables and security settings. And once it is successfully connected to the Supabase, now it is going to make changes to the code of the application in order to incorporate the database feature with the application. And if there were any errors in the application, you will see this error message right here that says build unsuccessful. You can simply click on it and it will provide you the information right here. And the best part is that you don't need to copy this code, go to some other LLM like ChatGPT or Claude, etc. and ask it to resolve it. You can simply click on the try to fix it button right here inside the Lovable and it is going to resolve the error for you. So now you can see that the errors have been fixed and here is our new application. So let's preview it. So now if I add information about a meal, it will appear right here inside the recent meals. Here it is going to show you the daily progress and all the information. So now if I reload the page, the application has been refreshed, but you can see that the data is still intact right here. And this is because we have connected it to our database, which is the Supabase. And this is because if you go to your Supabase right here and from the left navigation menu, you click on the database and view the tables, you will see that we now have two tables called the meals and the workouts, and the data which we added from our application has been successfully saved right here inside our database. So we have resolved one issue. Now the next question arises that what if we want to store the fitness information of multiple users? So every time a new user log into the system, the dashboard is going to show you his details about the workout, the recent meals, the daily progress and the analytics for that particular person. Well, that is also possible using the Lovable. As you have already seen how you can connect Supabase with the Lovable to add the data to connect your application with the database, you will be surprised to know that Supabase also provides you the option for authentication. So you have to go to the Supabase and from the left navigation menu, you have to click on authentication. You can see right now there is no user inside the project. So you simply click on add user button right here. And from here, click on create new user. Here you have to provide the email address and the password for the new user. So here you can see that a new user by this email has been created. Now from here, I have to click on the providers. And here it provides you a list of authentication providers that provides different type of logging methods. You can see that by default, the authentication using the email is enabled. But if you want to add authentication using either your Apple account, Facebook, Google ID, GitHub, etc., then you simply have to click on enable button for here. But for now, I'm going to go with the email only. And then you need to head back to your application. And here you have to type implement authentication. Once you do that, it will start implementing the authentication using the Supabase. So on the basis of the authentication, it is now updating the code. It has created a new login page and added authentication to the app. So overall, it has edited 4 different pages. And now once you run your application, instead of simply viewing the dashboard, you will now get a login page. So here you have to provide the same credential which you have passed while creating the user and then click on sign in. Once you do that, it will open the dashboard for you and the information right here will be customized according to that particular user. So let's add a meal information. I'm gonna call it lunch. The number of calories are gonna be 500. Once you click on add meals, it will add the meal right here. Similarly, you can add more meals and all the information about the meals will appear right here. And you can see that you also have a logout button. So if you click on it, it is going to log out the user. And now if you log in using the same credentials, click on the sign in button. So now even after signing in again, it is showing the information for the meals which the user have previously added. because the data has been stored inside the database using the authentication. So in this way, you can easily create amazing looking applications using Lovable AI without writing a single line of code. And that's just not it. You can also connect it with your database and can add authentication functionality to it, all that without writing a single line of code. So overall, it is an amazing tool and a great competitive of Bolt.mu. So I'll highly encourage all of you to try it out for yourself and let me know in the comments what you think about it. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.